Apparently, I just couldn't last an entire show without doing something asocial. I know a lot of you are cord cutters. Remember the HD TVs with the Roku interface we saw at CES? Nathan bought one and sent us a great email. Of course, I might love this email, especially because I think Nathan's used more set-top boxes and media servers than I have, which is actually kind of frightening to consider. Nathan wrote in, you might want to pause and make a potty run real quick because this is kind of in-depth. Nathan writes, Tekzilla, I recently bought the TCL Roku TV and love it. I will begin my review by saying I've spent a lot of money on hardware over the years, attempting to get all the video I want, when I want it, and in an easy-to-use package. Over the years, I have had PCs with tuners and IR blasters, Myth TV, Apple TV hacked to run Boxy, TiVo, Romeo with Pi TiVo, Chromecast, Roku boxes, Xbox 360 with WMC, Xbox One with DVR connected to HDMI pass-through. They have always been close, but not quite there for me. The Roku TV seems to finally be the ultimate setup for me. There is an infrastructure that needs to be in place to really get everything you want out of this TV, though. I have a Windows 10 Preview PC setup with two 4TB drives mirrored in ref's storage space. This PC acts as a Plex server with all my movies, TV shows, and music on the storage space and the Haswell CPU to transcode. The PC has a Blu-ray drive and I purchased Make MKV to rip my Blu-ray and DVD collection. Then I use Handbrake's iPad setting to convert them to stereo 720p MP4 files. For sound, I have a Sonos Playbar which works perfectly with the IO remote control that comes with the TV. The TV's remote is very powerful and is easily detected. I was worried that it would be RF like some of the dedicated Roku boxes, but it's IR so it works with the Playbar. Another concern about using the Playbar was how the TV would react when turning off the built-in speakers and still using the volume and mute buttons on the remote for the Playbar. My old TV would display a message that the TV audio had been disabled every time I adjusted the volume. The Roku TV does not display anything, which is perfect. If you have an ARC-compatible sound system, that may be better, but the Playbar has other advantages, such as being able to point my Sonos software at the same music folder that Plex is looking at to give me access to my audio through the Sonos ecosystem and stream my TV audio to other rooms. The other element is Simple.TV, which is your own cloud-based DVR, which is compatible with over-the-air and basic cable if it's unencrypted. I have Simple.TV hooked up to my unencrypted basic cable, and my TV is also hooked up to my unencrypted basic cable directly. This gives me free, since I already bought Simple TV with lifetime service DVR functionality. I also have a Chromecast hooked up to one of the HDMI parts in case I ever need to stream something from my PC like NFL Game Pass, which can be done through Plex. The video quality of the TV is much better than people have made it out to be, and I did not find the options limiting. So between Plex, local content, YouTube apps, podcasts I've subscribed to, Simple.TV app, which is over-the-air and basic cable DVR, Chromecast, which is PC content, Blu-ray for HDMI, antenna, basic cable input, live TV, console hookups. I have a GameCube hooked up, he says. Crackle, why not? This has become the perfect platform for me. I also love the flexibility to subscribe to Netflix, Amazon Instant, Hulu Plus, or HBO's anticipated standalone app in the future. Currently, I get all my content through this TV with no monthly fees. It is absolutely brilliant. I love the simple remote, which controls everything except my Blu-ray player. It is becoming more and more uncommon that I use my Blu-ray player anyway, so it really isn't a concern. How the remote controls power and sound really got me excited about this platform after owning a TiVo Romeo. I also love the way they added your TV's inputs as channels. For me, this is the ultimate easy-to-use cord cutter setup, which also supports over-the-air or basic cable, which is rarely, if ever, done well. I could hand the simple Roku TV remote to anyone and they could operate it without the little caveats of other platforms. Harmony remotes never did it for me. WMC is no longer being supported. Apple TV doesn't have the apps. Xbox One doesn't do DVR or over-the-air. TiVo doesn't have DLNA, Plex, or Amazon Prime. Xbox 360 has no Blu-ray. Media Center PCs, no thank you. I do not want a mouse and a keyboard in the living room or a hack-together remote. I want something in my living room that just works. A whole other element of this is scalability. The configuration that I'm currently using can be extended to TVs in other rooms simply by buying another Roku box or Roku TV. These other platforms often lose functionality when attempting to extend them to multiple rooms. You could even extend this to other locations if the performance hit isn't an issue. Plus, there are iPad, Windows Phone, desktop apps for Plex, Sonos, Simple TV, so I have my content everywhere I go. Roku has said they will continue to update and support these TVs just like their Roku boxes. Since I don't think the platforms are that much different, it seems to me, as a longtime Roku user, they have been very thoughtful in the Roku UI changes to integrate it into a TV platform, and I'm excited to see it evolve even more. They really have a winning product even for people who don't have the infrastructure built and just want Netflix. It beats any smart TV's outdated app platform hands down. Nathan, that was awesome, and thank you for sharing.
I am so impressed right now. I think I'm going to go through that step by step and try to do it myself.
Well, I was reading that and I was laughing.
Wow.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's the problem. It's like, because I have right now, I have.
That is the problem.
Well, yeah, I have an Apple TV. I have an Apple TV, I have a Roku TV, I have a Blu-ray player, I have a Chromecast. I'll probably be testing at home, the Fire TV, or maybe here by the time this show is airing.
Okay.
And they all have a piece of the puzzle.
But nobody has created the full puzzle in something that you can just buy and go with.
Yeah.
This, I mean, yes, you have to kind of hack it together, but it's so much easier than some of the things I've seen out there.
And Simple.tv technically is something you use for cable last time I checked. But
I think you just answered like 15 of our emails about.
I just thought it was awesome, Nathan. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
It was just, way cool. Got a tech question for us? Or like Nathan, got something you want to share with the audience? Email us tekzilla@revision3.com.
And go over to our Facebook at facebook.com/Tekzilla and please comment down below and let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm Patrick Norton.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Until next time, you've been watching Tekzilla.